Hello,
SegaCrew.
Hello, everyone. My name's
Broken
Broken
Hyperlink,
and I'm going to be showing off two ones today, believe it or not.
The
The
first one here
that I'm playing
looks a little weird.
This is Sega Sonic for the Sega Pico, which is a
Hold up just a second.
no,
Are you sending mic audio on your OBS? If so, please mute it.
okay. Yep, we're good now. Hopefully we're good now. Yeah. We're good now. But yes, this is the Sega Pico, and this is Sonic's Gameworld. Or as I just often shown it to, because I'm not saying the full thing. And it's a very weird game. Basically mini game collection that's supposed to be edutainment without the actual education bit. For those that may not know, Sega Pico is basically like a laptop sort of like device that basically has the Genesis hardware with a few things taken out and other things put in to basically give this a touchscreen like interface, as you will see once we begin the run. So once this finishes, we will get started. Yes, the art in this game is actually quite cute. It's a little hidden gem, I think. We're going to pick Amy because I feel like Amy does not get enough representation nowadays. And time will start as soon as I hit yes here, so we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so I've already skipped the first thing of... Whoops. Not a good start. I already skipped the sort of first cutscene of being on page 0, which is Amy just telling you, hey, go to a different page where the actual games are. So we are on the first page here, we're playing hoops where we just have to get balls into the anthropomorphic basketball nets, don't question it. You will not get answers. And this category, as you might expect, is max score, so what I'm trying to do is come first, get the max amount of points, make sure I hit everything I need to, stuff like that. So on this first page, we actually have 4 games, and the rest will have 3, apart from the last one, because it's technically the boss fight. So this is Sonic Ball, which is just Ski Ball. Trick here, as you can probably imagine, want to try and hit 50 so you can move the most. Except for one instance where I'm going to try and hit a 30. Because... okay, that just didn't go through. Because for some reason this isn't laid out in 50s, it's a bit shorter than that. And there we go, we spam to get the 50, and we have just completely wiped the competition and have to wait a little. One of the main issues with this game is, escape/speedrun, is you have to wait. Because you can exit some of the games a little bit early. So I'm always in the spamming stuff with the mouse button. Oh, sorry, not the mouse button. The big red button on this, the equivalent on my keyboard. And after so long, I'll start spamming the book. Because if you see there on the little tiny screen, that is a book. I will be flipping the pages after this because there was a book in the cartridge. The Sega Pico was a very, very weird console. Very intriguing though. I'm only going to get 15 points because I'm that confident. And I am a very good climber. So that's all games played on this page. Go to page 2. Don't want to do it too early because I want those points to be counted. Next we do flag, and flag scares me a little. And I'm not sure if it's because of how quickly Robotnik just moves. Oh, nearly dropped inputs again. That's not good. So for this one, I do not want to make a mistake. I have about 3 seconds to hit each flag. So I try and take it a little bit slow because there's no rush, but his animations make me want to rush, and I don't like it. Next we have Crane Game. Okay, that's good. I never trust a game that asks me to pick something up from a moving platform like this. That's just a recipe for disaster in my book. We're gonna skip Eggman because he's already technically passed and he's a bit of a weird size, and go for Sonic. Drop him in, try and get Tails. Yep, there we go. And that Flicky has just passed, so we'll get Robotnik. So here I don't want to miss any. If I do, I just restart, but thankfully these minigames are very short and very quick to restart and everything. So it's not an issue. And lastly here, we have Robotnik Bop, which is my favourite one because it's a stress reliever. It is just whack-a-mole. So this is a good time to explain how this works. So as you can see, I am using my mouse to control everything. I am using the Pico drive, which is the emulator for this. Oh no, I did one too many. And if I leave it, the mouse moves, which you'll see in a later game can be a bit of a nuisance because I have to track stuff. I only have to get 21 points to get excellent, so I'm just gonna... We're just gonna chill and chat a little bit. So this game only came out in Japan and America. It did not come out here in Europe, which is a little annoying. Go to page 3, and we just do egg switch. Very easy game. And we're just gonna follow the egg. Yeah, so it didn't come out in Europe, which is annoying, because if I wanted to do this on real hardware, I would have to spend a lot of money in importing stuff. Unfortunately, can't do. So, a weird thing between the versions, though, is that in Japan, there was a lot of gambling. When it came time to release it in America, whoever it is that is in charge of regulations said, we can't have gambling. We can't have gambling in a kid's game. We can't teach them that from an early age. So they got rid of all of that from the book and changed it to like a couple colouring pages. So there was that. Another thing as well is this is the first game to reference a big bad egg here as both Robotnik and Eggman. Very first game, surprisingly. Nice little hint. Nice little fact for you. Next game is a game I don't like. Concentration. Which is suddenly the game of all time. That is not a group. So the issue with this is I only get technically one chance to make a mistake. Actually, I can do this one. I have certain patterns wrote down, but the issue is I can only make one mistake during this game, and this is where the issue is because of this pattern. I have to pray I get this right. Nope, I have to restart. This is the issue with max points. Is some games like this. Well, this is the only game that is like this. I just have to hope and pray. This is where the time loss is, but thankfully it's the only game that's like this. The other game I don't like isn't as bad, but it can certainly take a lot longer than I like at times. So now we have the last ones, yep. So I need to get this right again. Let's pray. Okay, there we go, thank God. And that's concentration done. That's the main one I worry about. As you can see, the 0 to 1 mistakes gets us the max points. So our last mini game before we do the boss is versus Dr. Robotnik, which can be a nuisance. The way this is set up, I have to start and stop it, sort of like slots, I guess. This isn't very good. I want to land on Sonic because then what happens then is Sonic throws his ring at Eggman and he loses a life. Eggman starts at 5, I start at 10. if I land on a ring, I get an extra hit point. If it lands on Robotnik, he hits me at random. It's random, you know. It decides. We leave it up to fate. This is another one where you can lose a lot of time on because this moves so fast. I haven't found a good way to get this to work for me. So, right, like, rings on the roast. Oh, okay, there we go. Last two. Come on, be Sonic. Okay, last one. I missed it. Oh no. Come on. This is really annoying in a speedrun sense because the two hardest games are at the very end of the run and could, you know, make or break it. All the other ones are sort of set to be time-based, sort of. Come on! Whereas this one has, you know, no time limit. Oh, this is it. Bye, Robotnik. He just leaves. So that's all the games in this one, and our last one now is Diamond Maze. So we have to find all 5 Chaos Emeralds. You heard me right. 5. So that's our first one. Now, what can happen is sometimes Robotnik may find some, and that's fine, so long as I have the majority by the end. That is the main thing. So long as I get 3, we'll be fine. Time will be coming up, and it'll be very sudden. So prepare yourselves for that. So for time. Like I said, time is very sudden. I don't know when it's going to happen, it just happens. And that is the game. We did it. Very, very short game, but very, very fun. I'm curious to know what my time actually was, because I didn't have live splits up.
Rough time was 10:32.
10:32. That's not too bad. Still underestimate. That was absolutely concentration's fault. But if you're interested in this game, there's a leaderboard that allows emulator runs now, because we had to split it up, because if you're playing on the real thing, you have to physically turn the pages. And I kind of would rather not someone race against an emulator and accidentally maybe rip a page. Don't want that. But the resources are there. There's Cookie. That's his name. It is. We do not accept erasure of his name. And that's just it. It's just a short little game, short little fun game. Very easy to speedrun. You know, bunch of mini games. If you haven't speedrun before, just want something easy, this I think is the perfect game. You know. You have 3 windows. I don't use one of them because it's tiny. I prefer using the main thing, and yeah, honestly, I think that's it. I'll save all my shoutouts and everything till after the next run because I'm straight back on. So I guess I'll throw it over to Tech. So
yep, we're gonna go ahead and transition to a Be Right Back screen, get reset up, and be right back with Broken Hyper.